with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Georgia State's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Power football with the run. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They were all over him. Go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So Nevada's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Guys, let's chat a little bit about Nevada. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools. A guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Much of a choice. Get rid of it.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Nevada comes to the line facing third and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Under fire. Incomplete. He had of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse. In that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The sure hands, it's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal. You're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. With the catch, it's Murray. Who gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
and a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Got it in the middle. It's Hooks. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Murray. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that. Battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Just squirted through it. hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Off play action. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Nevada will be forced to punt. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Panthers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads it left. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man, it's Wilson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They go to the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he rolled. pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got him. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Armed Forces Bowl.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down, let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Panthers! Did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner will be knocked down. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Incomplete thanks to the great defense. Pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job.
Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Nevada will be forced to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He might want another play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they can't make the connection. Down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with this target.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolfpack need this 3rd and short to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. A little screen to the running back. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Nevada comes to the line after getting the 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Nevada offense really has it going. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And to the end zone. Touch! Wolfpack.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for two. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, turning
it on! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a man on the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the...
Touchdown, Georgia State. And the punishment has been extended. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Caught over the middle. It's ball. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Nevada trying to convert the fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.